Let's go to Hammanskraal now, where residents of the Mashimong section have been left stranded following heavy rainfall caused by localized flooding. SABC News reporter Ofentse Setimo is in Hammanskraal, Pretoria. A very good afternoon to you, Ofentse. What are you seeing there and what are residents saying to you?
Thank you very much, Nzinga. I can make a quick correction there. We are actually coming to you from the South African Weather Services in Centurion. We were earlier in Hammanskraal, and the situation was not so good as we saw houses that had been flooded, and there were some families that were actually displaced. Some families actually opted to protect their belongings and not be housed at the local hall, which was actually allocated for those that have been displaced by the waters. So that's the situation, the human interest situation on the ground. But now we're actually joined by Mr. Bubele Bulo, who is a senior forecaster here at the South African Weather Service, to actually explain to us, because as you know, Nzinga, there's been a sentiment among holiday makers that this December is not enjoyable because there's just so much rain. People are not able to go on picnics and the likes. But this guy will actually elaborate a bit further as to why. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Bulo. If you can just elaborate, why have we had so much rain this festive season?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to the viewers. As you have mentioned, we have been experiencing a lot of rain, especially over the eastern parts of the country. That includes Gauteng, Limpopo, Northwest Province, Mpumalanga, and other areas like KZN. That is due to these days, for instance, we have been experiencing sort of systems that are being called cut-off low pressure systems that generate a lot of rain and thunderstorms, especially for the eastern parts of the country.
Yes. I know there's El Nino and La Nina. The cut-off, which would it fall under?
Okay, yes, we are under La Nina at the moment. That is, we're sort of getting wetter weather conditions than normal. That is, usually in summer we get like rain here, especially the eastern part of the country. I would say maybe, let's say, once a week. But these days we find that we are getting a lot of rain in 1 week. That is the condition that we are in at the moment. That is the La Nina phase.
Okay. And then since we are in the La Nina, can you just forecast for us the next week, the week leading up to the next weekend, as to if we're going to experience more rains, or maybe there might be some breather for those that have been experiencing a lot of rain? If you can just do the display there for us.
Okay. First of all, on my left, the satellite, you can see that is the rain that happened yesterday into like early hours of this morning. What I can tell you is that the next few days, we're not expecting this kind of weather. That is from now up to the weekend of the New Year. But beyond that, we are not sure. At the same time, like I said, during this La Nina phase, the weather conditions that we experienced last weekend, they are possibly any time. Yeah, that is like, but between now and the weekend, we are not expecting any strong weather conditions like severe storms or flooding.
Yes, and we understand there's been some emergency responses to areas in parts of Mpumalanga and parts of Gauteng. Can you just tell us, based on your forecast, which areas were mostly affected by the weekend rains?
It was mostly in Mpumalanga. It was mostly areas like Nelspruit, Skukuza. For instance, Skukuza, we measured 44 millimeters of rain this morning. That is the rain that started yesterday morning into this morning. And then if I move up to Limpopo, areas like Pulukwane, Turandu, where we measured close to 35 to 38 millimeters of rain. That is from yesterday up to this morning. So those are the areas that we got a lot of rain.
Okay. I heard you mention about warm baths as well.
Yes, warm baths, yes, that one. Also a lot of rain for them, about 51 millimeters. That is the rain that fell from yesterday morning into this morning.
Okay. So leading towards the weekend, towards the New Year, people can relax and enjoy a happy New Year knowing that the La Nina system will not return.
Yes, no, because like you, as you are aware, we got a lot of rain over these areas. So any rain that comes, I think it's possible that it can cause a lot of damage. especially flooding. Yeah, it will be just easy for that place to get flooded. Yeah, because of the wet conditions. I mean, the soil is wet all over these areas.
Thank you very much. Well, as you heard, that's Bubele Bulo, the senior forecaster here at the South African Weather Service, actually saying that the week leading up to weekend, he's not expecting a lot of rain, but saying that should rain also come, it will find wet conditions which will make it conducive for localized flooding. So people should be cautious on that part. Nzinga, and with that, it's back to studio.